This video is brought to you by my two books, Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist and The Blues Guitar Bible. Want to learn about modes, harmony, scales, chord substitution and keys? Or maybe you're interested in supercharging your blues guitar rhythm and lead chops. Whatever you're interested in, I guarantee you will be hitting the fast lane to progress with either of these works. Both feature video demonstrations and tutorials, loads of tabs and jam tracks to play along with, and I promise you, everything is explained in crystal clear plain English. Check out the links in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That, what you just seen there, was my warm-up jam from this morning. It's currently 10:33, 10:34, it's just flipped over, on a Wednesday morning in September. That was a couple of hours ago, just gone 8 o'clock, when I came into the office here and decided to have a little bit of a jam to warm up. For whatever reason, I decided to film it, and that's how it turned out, warts and all. So it kind of feeds into what I want to talk about today in this video, which you've already seen the title of the video, and so you know what it's all about. I'm quite pleased with how that solo turned out, and it was, you know, there's a couple of little sort of twiddly-widdly moments in it when I'm doing that kind of stuff. But you'll notice whenever I'm doing that kind of thing, it's always hammer-ons and pull-offs, legato style, basically. You know, I wouldn't claim to be a great legato player. I mean, go and listen to Tom Quayle. Now there's a guy who can play legato. But it's the technique I tend to fall back on whenever I'm doing anything that requires a little bit of a head of steam in terms of speed. And I think I rely on that because I absolutely suck at fast alternate picking, you know, the Paul Gilbert, Al Di Meola kind of thing. And for a long time, I was sort of resigned to that. Well, that's just not how I play. You know, that old kind of line that we all trot out when there's a technique that, you know, we're not very good at. You know, that's not me as a player. And there's a lot of value in that. I did a video about this a while ago. You know, decide what kind of guitar player you are and be the best version of that guitar player. And for me, that kind of guitar player wasn't one that did fast alternate picking. For the record, you know, my goal as a guitarist is to be a melodic, bluesy rock guitarist with the odd kind of little twiddly bit to build a bit of speed and excitement. But that doesn't mean that when you stumble across a possible solution to a problem, you know, in my case, the problem is how do I, you know, improve my picking technique. When you stumble across a particular solution, that, you know, don't ignore it. Give it a fair trial, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I stumbled across an old YouTube video. It's a few years old, and I wish I could remember the guy's name and find. I'll see if I can find it and put a link to it in the description. But he was a bald guy with a big long beard, and and that's as much as I can tell you about him. I think American or Canadian, North American accent. Anyway, no hair and plenty of hair coming down here. And he made a point that, like, well, okay, let's take a basic picking exercise. This is one that, I sometimes have a go at, which is basically I'll take a pentatonic scale pattern like this, first position A minor. And if I think, okay, well, there are 2 notes on each string, and there are 6 strings, so there are effectively 12 positions in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And using alternate picking, I will kind of go through that in overlapping groups of 3. So what I'll do is I'll play notes 1, 2, and 3, then notes 2, 3, and 4, then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So you get this kind of thing. And then reverse it. Like that. It could be anything that you're trying to play using picking. I'm just using this as an example. But, anything where you need to do some kind of rapid picking. And the point that this guy made in this video, I wish I could remember his name, the point he made is that, can you walk your left hand through those moves necessary to play that thing without involving this hand? And, well, yes, I can. Like that. That's no problem. That hand knows where it's going. Now, let's see if I can walk this hand through what it needs to do. How many pick strokes down and up on each string, and when we kind of double back to a lower string, and when we move on to the next string, and so on. Excuse me. And I'm lost. Okay. As soon as I attempt to do it, this hand isn't involved, so this hand doesn't know where to go. Which means that one possible reason why I'm sucking at at what this hand needs to do quickly is because that this hand is waiting to be told by, this hand is waiting to be told by this hand where it needs to go and what it needs to do, which string it needs to be on, and whether it needs to do a downstroke or an upstroke. Essentially, the signal has to come from here, up round here, from here, up round here and down to here to this hand, and that is, well, it seems logical to me to say, well, that is where the time lag is coming in. That's what's causing me to lose my way. That's the curb that I'm tripping over. So my mission is to get to the point where this hand knows what to do just as well as this hand knows what to do. So both hands can independently do the job without having to rely on the other hand telling it what to do. And I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to put some practice time into that, and I'm going to report back and see, maybe I'm going to give it a few months, because these things don't kind of happen overnight. But I'm going to do a little bit of practice on that each day, and just see if it does improve matters, and if I can get this this fast picking thing under my skin a little bit more, and I'll keep you posted on how it goes. But that is the video for today, folks. By the way, the solo that we kicked off the video with, as usual, full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, clip of me playing the solo and the jam track to play along with yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. As you probably already know, it's $3 or £3 a month to get access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. And of course, a massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports supports me in that, or any of the other ways, all of which are downstairs in the description, including the higher, the Tier 2 Patreon membership, where you get a twice monthly hangout on Zoom with me and the other Tier 2 supporters. Bit of an open forum, bit of a Q&A, bit of just a kind of a gossip session, you know. It's just a bit like a sort of more kind of exclusive, if you want to call it, version of the Friday live stream. I do that every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. UK time, and I'm also putting some reaction videos up there up on Patreon as well. Done a couple of those already, probably more by the time this video goes out, and seem to be going down rather well. So thank you to everyone who supports me in that way, or any of the other Patreon ways, or you know, the links in the description, etc., etc. Thank you so much, everyone. That is the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen and maybe found it a little bit informative. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars and many, many other things. It's a fantastic, I think, way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.